Morning. It's getting started. Boom, boom. That's right. We getting into the shits and giggles today. Only because we kind of need to. We kind of need to. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, fish. Good morning. Y'all having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? Is it clear to you? I got my drink in my two-step. My drink in my two. I got my drink in my two-step. Hi. How are you? How is everyone doing? Are we having fun yet? All right. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. It's a Truthful Thursday. Thursday is upon us. Thursday has arrived all the same. You couldn't beat it. You couldn't mess with it. It was coming. I hope you guys know that. Thursday has arrived all. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. Come on in, kids. Can y'all hear me now? That took a turn. Hey, yo. Can y'all hear me now? Am I still muted over there on the YouTubes? Do you hear a mute? There it is. Yeah, I was using one of the dead mics. I got like two of them. Oh boy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Truthful Thursday of the Sound of Coffee. I am your host. What am I doing? That's not how we start this goddamn show. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. That's not how we start this show. Tell me I'm wrong. That's not how we start this show, is it? I love you too, can we not? All right. But try something different today. Because I'm an asshole and I find things. So, ha ha! Godzilla -1. Inhale. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to a Truthful Thursday version of the Sound of Coffee. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. And I have no idea what the hell's going on with the top. I'm talking, but I don't see nothing. There, I'll put that right there. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am designated title the brutalist of the Villains Guild. Before we begin, we must first give the universal greeting of the coffee beans, and that is this.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
Everyone in the world had a chance until the coffee beans woke up. Everybody had a chance till the coffee beans woke up. Yep. Yes. That funky ass Texas map did pass, sadly. So, ladies and gentlemen, Texas has gerrymandered themselves into a white majority. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. But one time, for the one time, one time, for the one time, one time, for the one time. Get them in the air, get them in the air, get them in the air. Persepolis the cactus, always in our hearts, always in our hearts, always in our hearts. Best co-host ever. Get your C's, turn them sideways, raise them in the air, and acknowledge your coffee bean. OCB, 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 OCB. Why you got your hand up there? Pat yourself on the back, give yourself a high five. Take just a few beautiful seconds to love on you some you for the best part of this entire gosh damn show, the Coffee Beans. Because of you, you guys, the show is what it is. Best morning show ever. But we got to be truthful today, right? Right? Truthful Thursday. You know how that works. It's time for a little bit of honest truthfulness about the United States and the people therein. Okay? We get the government we deserve. Say that one more time. Say that one more time. We get the government we deserve. What do I mean by that? It is quite simple. Those who do not want better do not get better. Those who want better strive hard to get better. You see now what I'm trying to say? Is it clear to you? Are y'all understanding it? Are y'all understanding it? We get the government we deserve. The bones of this place are built on some bullshit. They always have been, always will be. We talked about this yesterday about how America's greatness cannot be measured because there was never any greatness to measure it by. And I'm going to stand by that. I mean that. I mean that. Oh, Michael Pruitt, listen, Rouse High Exalted last night was wild. Rouse High Exalted last night was wild as shit. I just want y'all to know I was null and void. I was null and void last night. God damn. I don't know how long them gummies or them things baked, but bruh, look at here. Look at here, look at here, look at here. I was null and void. Straight up null and void. I was null and void, boy. Woo! Shit was nasty. But anyway, so as we spoke about yesterday, there was no greatness in this country. It's never been great. But the other thing, and if y'all want to, for all the hatred I get on TikTok, for all the hatred I get through our social media, my belief system and the one thing that I got on TikTok and social media for in the first place has never changed. It has never changed. It has been that way since day one, right? I am fighting the apathy in America. I am fighting the apathetic nature of Americans. In that regard, I do not have a sacred cow. Anybody can get this work. Anybody can get this work. Anybody. I don't care the institution. I don't care the people inside that institution. I don't give a shit how loyal they are to this group, how much money they give to this group. I have no sacred cows. None. Not a single one. There is not a group, institution, organization, or things of that nature that cannot get this work, because it all comes down to fighting apathy. We get the government we deserve. The reason Texas can do that is because not since the days of Ann Richards has Texas ever been on the right side of history. Just never has. I'm sorry. I listen, argue with your mom, but do not argue. How in the world is one state so lacking in so many different things and yet considered a great state? America has never healed the wounds of the Civil War. And I don't mean, oh, wow, these people went back and everything was gone. Yep, Amanda, everybody getting this work today. Everybody, there is no sacred cow. Texas lacks in so many different things. Lady G's in the building, I love you. It lacks in so many different things, yet it swears up and down that it's the greatest state in the nation. It's not. Texas was one of the states that seceded during the Civil War. We haven't gotten over that shit. We haven't gotten over that. Charmaine's in the building. Love you. We haven't. to understand where we are as a people when it comes to America, we have got to look at how we treat the less of us. And quite frankly, and everybody knows what I'm about to say, we don't. We don't. We don't give a shit about them people. The only P that America gives a shit about is profit. That's it. What makes them money, how they can get more, and who they can exploit doing it. That's it. Think about what I just said. Profit. How to make more money, how to get more money, and who you have to exploit to get it. That's it. That is America in a nutshell. America practices atrocities and amnesia. And now it's gotten so bad that the sitting president of the United States is literally trying to rewrite history in front of us. But why? Because we get the government we deserve. I like to make y'all think in the morning, except for on Fridays where I want to make y'all laugh and get mad about things. But I want you to sit and think about that for just a second. How is it we're still dealing with the ignorance of the Civil War? How are we doing that? How is that possible? Because America tore itself apart over the idea of owning human beings. And we can't seem to reconcile that shit in our heads. We can't. Do y'all remember January 6, 2021? Do y'all remember watching the television on January 6, 2021 and watching what was going on at the Capitol and saying to yourself, I don't know what the hell is going on? Like your mind could not grasp the severity of what you were looking at. Your brain, and and listen, I wasn't in your head, but I know every one of y'all thought it because I did. I did. I'm literally sitting here looking as windows are smashed, as cops are beaten, as pepper spray with bear mace was being sprayed all over these cops' face. And a part of me was like, this can't be happening. This cannot be happening. Dave the Lowlander's in the building, and Dave the Viking and Dave the Lowlander in the building at the same time. So you've seen them both at the same time. But anyway. It was at that moment that I realized America is never, I want America to be better. Not for me, not for my selfish needs, but because there's a future where my grandkids are going to grow up in this. And see, the beauty of chaos, because he just said it, as a cynic, I had no problem believing what I was watching. Chaos is a cynic. By nature, by means, by understanding. Chaos is a cynic. I love the man for it. Because nostalgia doesn't matter to chaos. Slogans don't mean shit to chaos. That's why we call him Mr. You ain't leaving out of here with all them jewels and shit. That's why we call him that. Because chaos sees it for what it really is. But a lot of Americans don't even do that. Hey, Spike, man, get your bitch ass out of here, buddy. Get your bitch ass out of here. I told y'all I'm not in the mood for y'all effery and jackassery. So here you go, buddy. Get your punk ass out of here. That's the first one. The reason people like chaos are needed is so that we don't all get blinded by nostalgia. We don't all fall into that deep pit of amnesia. But the problem is that pit has always been there. That pit is how America operates. That's how it operates. Martin Luther King himself said, a riot is the language of the unheard. But what happens when that unheard nature turns in on itself? January 6, 2021. Texas is only doing what it is allowed to do because Texas believes itself to be better than what it is. And the people of Texas do not want better because they would have gotten better by now. America is held hostage. America is literally held hostage by everything before the Civil War and the Civil War itself. I said what I said. We are shackled to the past. And since we didn't deal with it, it stayed there. Everybody that been to therapy, what is the first thing your therapist tells you about all the weight that you're carrying? What's the first thing? What's the first thing that your therapist tells you every time you go see? You are holding on to the past, and it is affecting your future. Everybody that's been to therapy's heard that. Well, the problem is, some of that holding on to the past is not about holding on to it. It's about not healing from it. I got on this radio station yesterday and in front of these cameras and admitted freely that I am a misogynist. Did not hurt me. Did not lose me followers or anything like that. Any of that bullshit that people think TikTok is all about. It lost me none of that. But I did say that out loud. I am a misogynist. Does it hurt for me to say that? Yeah, it does. But I cannot fix what I do not know. America knows, and it still chooses not to do anything about it. I was sitting there listening to Nick Fuentes' bitch ass, and how he's out here spilling all the beans. There are so many different rich, powerful people in every sector of America, of American finance and entertainment and things of that nature, that are desperately trying to get you to parrot a narrative that is not true at their benefit. The Peter Thiels, the David Sachs, Candace Owens' husband, all these different people, right? Right? They're trying to get you to parrot a narrative that is detrimental to yourself. And yet a lot of people don't even realize it. And they continue to do it. They continue to do it. Do you see how that works? When you see one of these dumb mouth breathing ass rednecks down south parroting some shit that you know damn well Peter Thiel wrote, plus the fact that certain politicians give these people the freedom to be their absolutely worst selves. The worst version of them, that's the one they are. That's the one they are. The worst versions. And yet, we know this, but people keep sending them back to Washington, sending them back to the State House. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. And then far leftists, I'm just going to give y'all a little secret, just shits and giggles. Call this $1 million worth of game for pocket change, okay? You're falling into the same goddamn trap. Arrogant communists hate. I hate arrogant communists. I don't care. I don't give a shit. An arrogant communist is about the worst human being to be around. An arrogant communist is the worst bastard to be around. Well, you know, when Marx talks about this, shut your bitch ass up. Shut up. God damn. If Marx was so great, why don't you put some of this shit in the damn motion, you big mouth son of a bitch? Because they are literally falling into the same goddamn trap. To them, it's not about building. It's not about creating. It's about, well, you know, if we had a communist system, bitch, okay. Give me some plans. Tell me something. Lead me somewhere. There's a gentleman on YouTube called Second Thought. 100% absolutely love his work. Love his work. First, he's got 2 YouTube channels, First Thought and Second Thought. Love his work. Love his work. He's the only communist that I've ever seen or heard that actually has plans. He's the only socialist that I know of. Would you even listen? Mando, I'm not listening to you today. I'm not. You got to get your ass up out of here, dog. That's 2. I'm not trying to hear that, man. Again, y'all think there's freedom of speech in this damn show. I'm sorry, it's a dictatorship. This shit is ran by the beans, baby. You come in messing with the beans, you got to go. But his thing is, here is a problem. Here is where things are going wrong. Here's the history of where things are going wrong. Now that I've told you all of this, here's some organizations you can join. Here are some places you can donate. Here are some books that you can read. And the far-right people are just done. Far-right people are done. Okay? They are so far up the funny mustache man's decaying corpse. We can't get them back. They're done. I'm sorry. You gotta cut bait and leave, baby. Our revolutions are not going to come on social media. Sorry. They might start there, but eventually you're going to have to put rubber to road. Eventually you're going to have to stand on something. And Americans won't do it. I'm telling you this. If there is a good choice and a bad choice to be made, America will inevitably always make the bad choice. Because of apathy. Apathy. Greg Abbott should not be governor of the state of Texas. Greg Abbott's a piece of shit, but he's connected. And the people in the state of Texas saw him with his cowboy hat, saw him with his cowboy boots that supposedly have no use. That's why they're goddamn brand new. Promised him a bunch of sloganeering bullshit. People believed it. They ate it up. They elected him. Then they reelected him. He ain't done shit for Texas. He got y'all out here scared of homeless people. But he ain't the only one. Ron DeSantis down in Florida does the same shit. These people aren't psychopaths or sociopaths or these criminal masterminds. They're some of the dumbest son of bitches you ever seen in your goddamn life. Like, seriously. These people are ignorant. Extra crispy ignorant. They ain't even regular schmegular ignorant. They are extra crispy ignorant. And somehow they are beating some of the smartest people on earth. Because we don't have enough people like Chaos. And we also don't have enough people like Booker Square or USMC Angry Veteran or U.S. Army Overlord. On social media, bravery is shit. The shit's given away with a camera. In real life, taking that step, people ain't ready for it. We're not ready for the conversation about what led up to the Civil War and why the Civil War happened. We're not ready for that. We're not quote unquote mature enough. We're not. Do you understand how bad that conversation would be? And do you also understand how necessary that conversation is? It's like you and your girl break up because not only did she catch you cheating, or he caught you cheating, but you were actively like, I don't know, trying to dispose of a body and shit. You know what I mean? Part of you, because your brain can't wrap your mind around the fact that the person you were sharing a bed with was literally over here trying to get rid of a body and shit. You know what I mean? So a part of you is like, yo, we need to talk about this. And then there's another part of you is like, but do we really? We'll talk about the cheating, but we won't talk about the fact that she was trying to dispose of a goddamn dead body. We won't do that. But wait a minute. You don't want to talk about the cheating? Yeah, that's all we can talk about. Yeah. Why was you cheating? Why would you cheat? But at the end of it, the person that was cheating had a body. You don't want to talk about that one? That's why I said America's not ready for these tough ass conversations, especially with itself. America ain't ready for that. They're not. We went to war with ourselves. We went to war with ourselves over the idea of holding human beings in bondage. But rather than looking ourselves in the face and saying with a unified, loud voice, we did that, we need to make that right. Let's erase it. Like we got those Mr. Clean eraser board bars and shit. Just walk around, just wipe it off. Wipe it off. You know what I mean? We're not ready for that. Our apathetic nature does not want us to mess with anything that is bigger than ourselves. Racism is a big thing. Racism is a huge thing. It is huge. So explain to me why we don't talk about it. Oh, I know. It's too big of a conversation for us to have. It's too big of a conversation for us to even get into. That's why we have to keep saying, people who are uncomfortable with that conversation have to keep saying, well, everybody experienced slavery. What? Black people can be racist to white people. Where are you coming up with this bullshit? Who is leading you by the chain with that bullshit? Who told you that? And that's the thing. That in and of itself is what I'm talking about. Michael Pruitt said, Thomas, in all my travels, my rights remain the same in every state, in every county in the world. Yes. Michael Pruitt does not ever have to worry about his rights being taken away. Michael Pruitt is a white man in America. You get everything free, yeah, and you get to be free from being in this goddamn chat. Get your funk ass out of here. Why do y'all keep, listen, trolls, I done told y'all, I'm not in the mood today. This isn't fun time for me. It isn't. Because I'm tired of living in this dumbass country. I'm sick of it. So guess what? Y'all can kiss my ass if you think I'm sitting here trying to appease your punk asses. I'm not. I'm not. I'm for the truth no matter what. But that's the thing. People like Michael Pruitt don't have to worry about these things. Michael Pruitt knows this. Michael Pruitt is the one that wrote that. But we're okay with the rest of having a country where rights change depending on the people that aren't white men. We're okay with that. The largest demographic in the 2024 presidential election were non-voters. Laziest argument in the world. Both sides are the same. Laziest argument in the world. Both sides are the same. And they're not. Because that lazy ass both sides of the same argument can continue the idea that you ain't got to do nothing about it. The worst thing the founding fathers ever did was give us rights and no responsibilities. I said what I said. I said exactly what I said. I said exactly what I said. The worst thing the founding fathers ever did was give us a whole bunch of rights and no responsibilities. If your house is effed up, you have an obligation to fix it, especially if you have children that are going to live in it. If you are going to live in a house and that house is a hazard to yourself, your wife or husband, and your children, you don't live in that house. But you do have an obligation to fix it up so that it is not that much of a danger. The largest demographic being non-voters shows that they want the country to get fixed, but they do not want to put in the work. But can you really get mad at them? Because that's how America operates. That's how America operates. The Civil War was a wound in America, a wound to the nation, a wound. But it wasn't the first one. It's not the only one. The fact that there are native and indigenous content creators on social media, that is proof positive of what was done to the native and indigenous people in the founding of this place. They want black people to stop talking about racism and slavery, only because it reminds them that all that flag sword swallowing and bald eagle nut hugging is not going to change the fact that this bitch enslaved people. All you black people talk about is slavery. It was so long ago. Bitch, I don't give a damn. I don't care. You steal $10 from me when I was 25. When I'm 55, you think I'm forgetting about the fact that you stole $10 from me, bitch? Like, come on. No. Until that situation is fixed, bitch, we have a problem. Every time your ass walk into the door.
Got to bring ass to get ass.
You bruh, you are not allowed to come into a place if you stole $10 from me. If I see you, I don't give a shit. And that's how America is. That was so long ago, but it happened. See what I'm saying? It happened. And telling me how long ago it was is not changing that fact. So now it's time to deal with it. It is time to deal with the lingering, lasting mindset of the people who put other people to the lash to make them rich. I need y'all to understand that. For all of these people who are trying to treat Jewish Americans like they're these fragile eggs, morning thick and tired with your For all these people that are trying to treat Jewish Americans like they're these fragile eggs and we have to protect them at all costs. Do y'all remember Roosevelt sending a whole boatload of Jewish people back to the funny mustache man? Y'all remember that? Or they fragile now? They fragile now. But before World War II, y'all, man, if you don't get your ass up out of here, go on. Go. Do they not remember something called the German-American Bund? And how they had snotsticas in Madison Square Garden, but you want to pretend like now you care about the Jews? If you don't sit your goofy ass down, now you care. Got to protect the Jewish people. You didn't protect. Y'all have never protected them. America has never protected them. They've gotten by with all the anti-Semitism that they want. And the other thing that they do, they will be as anti-Semitic to Jewish people as possible. But then they will whisper in their ear, it's the Muslims. Like you treat the Muslims better too. Every Muslim man and woman and child have to pay for 9/11. Never forget. But never forget. So that when a guy starts running for mayor of the same city, a man who will give out better ideas that help all New Yorkers, what are they hitting him with? Anything bad about Muslims. He's the H people. Remember 9/11. Come on, man. That's that bullshit I'm talking about. And it is apathetic. It is apathy that keeps us from saying these things out loud. It is apathy that keeps us from being like chaos is. You see what I'm saying? Chaos King, or Mr. You ain't leaving out of here with all them jewels and shit. He has gotten past the programming and everything. He has seen the worst of humanity. I've seen the worst of humanity. I'm going to tell y'all a story about the second time I watched somebody die. I've seen two human beings that were no longer here. One, they didn't find for 3 days. The other was blasted right in front of us. And me and my sister Lizzie watched him die. So I'm going to tell y'all that story. All right. So we are moving out of Roanoke Ridge Apartments. We're moving to a house on Olive in Kansas City, right? Wolfie's in the building. Good morning, Wolfie. We're driving in a truck. I am almost getting ready to go into the Navy. So I'm like 19, 20 years old. My sister Lizzie, who is a year younger than me, my mom, Mr. Franklin, who was my mom's good friend, they weren't doing anything. He was just her good friend. We're driving, and we hit 31st Street or whatever. We're going to make a left to go down the street because we're going to go up another block, and then our house is going to be 2 blocks away. We hear shotgun blasts. Boom, 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 boom. We're watching. We turned left, turned right to go down the street. On the next street over, we watched the dude running up the street, and we heard boom, 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 boom. Dude made it to the corner and passed out. Hey, I don't exactly. TikTok keeps my ass in the closet. Like they don't like shit about me. They will make damn sure nobody sees this show, which is perfectly fine for me. I don't really care. But we watched this dude run to the corner and fall. Like he fell. Me and my sister Lizzie, we get out. The dudes that did the shooting ran away. So we're out and we go to the corner where this man is. You can hear ragged breathing. The death throes of ragged breathing. We're just staring at him. Back is shredded. His entire the back part of his sweatshirt was shredded. A woman comes out, she's like, "Oh my God, that's my cousin." I'm telling my sister, he's gonna go. He's gonna go. And sure enough, he did. His blood is pooling and pouring into the drain. The police show up. They don't try to render aid. They don't try to do anything except cordon off the crime scene with that yellow tape shit. AJ's in the building. Love you, AJ. And then they put a yellow tarp over the top of it. And me and my sister just walked away. The coarseness that they gave to that man hurt me. My sister was crying because it's a loss of life. What bothered me so much is the just cavalier nature of these cops. They get out, they see him, they put the yellow tape around, then they put the tarp over the top of him. That bothered me. That bothered me a lot. A lot more than I care to say sometimes. But I say that to say this. That is America in a nutshell. Do y'all think these people don't know that these bills are going to harm millions of people? Do you? Do you really think these Republicans that make these bills that turn into law in these red states, do you think they don't know that it is going to hurt people? Of course they do. Of course they do. When people say cruelty is the point, cruelty is the goddamn point. They know this. The people with the money and the power and the influence, the people that can call a U.S. Supreme Court justice, the people who have the Senate leader on speed dial, they know this. They just don't give a shit. They don't care. It means nothing to them. It means nothing. Cruelty is 100% the point. It's the point. And our apathy as the voting population, as these people's employers, we should be doing something about it, but we're not. We're not. I'm going to ask this question not to shame a single solitary person that watches the show or is listening or watching right now. The question I'm getting ready to ask you, I am not in any way trying to shame you. I'm not. But I really want you to be honest about this. Raise your hand if when you hear the shit that Donald Trump is doing, or hear the shit that Texas is doing, or hearing the shit that Florida is doing, there is a part of you that wants to worry, but you do not have the time or the effort because you are too busy trying to survive. Raise your hand if that's true. And again, I'm not trying to shame a single solitary person. I am not trying to shame a single solitary person. But y'all look at some of this stuff. Tell me y'all don't look at some of this stuff and say, this is way too much. I got to think about my wife or my husband or my kids or my dog. I got to think about paying my bills and my student loans and things like that. Raise your hand if that's true. Raise your hand if that's true. No shame. No shame. I'm simply showing you something. These people put this bullshit on us over and over and over and over again because they are testing our pain points. They are testing our pain points. They are absolutely 100% testing our pain points. Gas goes up to $4. You freak out. You freak out. Then they drop it to $3.50 and you're happy. But a month ago you were paying $2.50. You see how that works? You see what I just did? Let me say it again. A month ago, you were paying $2.50 for gas. That shit jumps up all the way up to $4. You lose your goddamn mind. You are flipping out. $4 gas, what the hell? That blah, blah, blah. They drop it to $3.50 and you're happy. Yes, finally. They got you. They got you. They hit you in the throat and you didn't even see it because they kicked you in the nuts at first. Everything that they do is strategic. It is for a reason. People talk about BlackRock. I talk about ALEC. I talk about the Heritage Foundation. I talk about Club for Growth. I talk about the National Rifle Association. This is money, ladies and gentlemen. This is big money. It's the one thing none of us have. And it's also the one thing that in the long run, will be more influential than your voice. Everybody talk about voting doesn't matter. If that's the case, why are they gerrymandering, maps? That should be an indication how important it is to vote. If voting does not matter, why are they gerrymandering counties and states for a red majority? Explain that to me. Think about it. Why are they banning books? Why is Moms for Liberty out here banning books? These bitches have no power whatsoever. They have the power of belly button lint. Why are they banning books? Why are they banning books? Think about that. The things that are important to you, they ban it right in front of you, but they convince you that you don't need it. Think about that. The things that are the most important, they are banning in front of you, but they've convinced you that these things don't matter. If slavery was so long ago and it shouldn't matter, why is Donald Trump trying to get the Smithsonian Museum to stop talking about racism or slavery? Explain it to me. What did Omar tell y'all? The game is out there. And you either play or you get played. The cynical nature of Chaos King should be something we all should have. The cynical nature that Chaos King has on his regular schmegular ass day is something we should all have. But that cynicism should also lead us to some sort of an understanding about what our government is and who it serves. Think about that. Our cynicism should lead us to making better choices. But we don't. The reason I can make jokes about goddamn communists and shit is this. If your shit is so star-spangled awesome, then why are you out here mad at everybody else? Why aren't you educated? Is it probably because a lot of people that want to claim communists don't understand what the hell it means and cannot articulate it in such a way that a federal government could work on it? People still think communism and socialism are the same thing. They're not. Socialism really is quite simple. If you work for a company, I don't give a shit what it is. I don't care if you have a stay-at-home work or you get your ass up, get in the car, and go places. You know what I mean? I don't care. If you work there, you have a stake in the success of that company. You should share in that success. You're the one working. You are the one breaking your back. You are the one breaking your legs. You are the ones that have tired feet. You. So should you not enjoy the rewards of that? That's socialism. The workers controlling the means of production and sharing in the benefits therein. If you work for Amazon, Amazon should pay you a wage that is well in line with how well the business is doing. Amazon makes billions. You should be well compensated. You should be well compensated because it would not have billions if it did not have you. Walmart should not exist without having employees that make a wage that is well in line with what they do, and they should share in the profits of that. That's socialism. The average American doesn't even know that. You see people literally dying at work. Y'all remember that story about that woman that died at her job and nobody realized she was dead for like 2 days? She sat at her desk and died. Flat out died. They didn't know she was dead. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Our cynicism is not leading us to make better choices. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm glad that Gavin Newsom is trolling the dog shit out 4 days. My bad, Smoking Out. Thank you. 4 days. I'm glad Gavin Newsom is trolling the ever-loving dog shit out of Donald Trump. Because the only thing a troll understands is more trolling. However, if you want to govern, you have got to govern for the people and not for this special interest, that special interest. I said what I said, man. They have something called death insurance at Walmart. Have y'all heard about this? In that big ass packet that you get when you first start working for Walmart, there is something that you sign that is death insurance. Now, before y'all think, oh, wow, that means when I die, Walmart took out an insurance policy to make sure my family's taken care of. No. No. The death insurance goes to Walmart. The death insurance is Walmart ensuring that if you die, they still get paid. Look it up. Look it up. These little insidious things are literally in your daily life. And please understand, I know it is hard to keep up with this shit, but we have to. Because as we speak, whatever y'all believe America is supposed to be is disintegrating in front of your eyes because it was all built on sand. It was a house built on sand and fog. Lovely slogans that went nowhere and meant nothing. Stirring speeches that led us to nowhere. Corporations telling you your life is less meaningful if you don't wear these jeans, less meaningful if you don't drive this car, less meaningful if you're not taking this diet pill, less meaningful if you're not watching this water cooler show, less meaningful if you're not watching this particular sports scene. They tell you this shit over and 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 over. And then you end up feeling more worthless than you have ever felt in your life, but you're buying shit. Consumerism is still part of it. You're buying a bunch of shit. You're buying a whole bunch of shit, but you feel worthless about yourself and your place in this world. That's by design. And apathy is the reason we don't talk about it. We don't. Apathy is the reason we don't talk about it. It is hard. I'm telling y'all right now, it is hard to keep up with the shit that is going on. And then you have people within your, I'll use TikTok as an example. Your FYP is the clearest indication of whether or not that apathy is still there. I see videos after videos after videos of people praising Donald Trump for cleaning up Washington, D.C. He didn't. But he said he did, and people believed it. That is apathy as well. That is apathy as well. Believe, dear leader, because he told you. Things are getting good because he told you. America's great again because he told you. That's almost the second to the last move of apathy, where you believe the words of one person and not the actions of said person. You know what I mean? That's the crazy part. We have now reached the last stage, almost the second to the last or the last stage of our apathetic nature. Now people are just believing the words coming out of people's mouth, but their actions speak otherwise. You are not believing what your eyes can see. You are not believing what your ears can hear. You're just like, whatever he said, man, it's right, because America's great now. Who told you that? He did. Did you see any empirical proof that America's great? Nope, I ain't see shit. I ain't see one thing. So how do you know? He said so. Come on, man. That is the second to last part of apathy. The last part being, you just do what he says. You question nothing. You just do what he says, or she says, or they say. You just do it. You know what? Don't ask no question. You just do it. Just do it. It's all over the place. It's on all the sides of the political aisle, and people are taking advantage of it. Do you know why that election cicada bitch keeps bringing her monkey ass back? Because people keep letting her. People keep letting Jill Stein bring her punk ass back. Any other sensible, normal ass human being would have told that bitch, get the hell up out of here. They would have yeeted her ass out a window by now. Hi, I'm Jill Stein. Bitch, go flying. Shit. Get your ass up out of here. Soon as she walk in the door. Hi, I'm Jill Stein. But people keep letting her come back. Then she sucks up a large amount of money and then disappears into the night like Kaiser goddamn Soze. Every time that bitch come back, oh shit, let's listen to Jill Stein, yay! Instead of looking at that bitch going,
Shun the non-believer, shun.
apathy leads us to that. If Gavin Newsom truly wants to work for the people, then he has to listen to the people. Charlie Kirk is not the way you listen to the people, dog. I'm sorry. I don't care. See, Michael Pruitt over here dropping out $1 million worth of game for like gumballs. He said, let's not forget that most of the people who voted for her probably wanted Trump to win, but wanted to be able to say that they didn't vote for it. Yeah. Throwing rocks, hide your hands, that sort of thing, right? So how do we get past this apathy? I'm on my second thought thing. I'm on my Jesse Dollarmore. How do we get past it? We have to start with the beginning. Stop hiding the ugliness in your life. Stop hiding the ugliness in America. Stop it. I'm sorry. Stop it. If even as a hardworking human being, a person that has to clock in, clock out, you got to worry about taxes and paying your checks, your pay stub and things of that nature, even that person can pay attention enough to say when some shit is effed up. Because, especially if you got a family, you know what I mean? Like if you got kids or grandkids and shit like that, paying attention is one of your primary duties because your kids got to go out now. Your kids got to go out now. Charlie Kirk is not the answer to America's ills. Charlie Kirk is yet another goddamn distraction. We have to be educated on our sins. Thank you. Look at Kim. Kim said, oh shit, Jill Stein's net worth is $37 million. That bitch don't get that money just, oh, I popped out of my hole. I got good ideas. Give me some money. That's what she does. Town halls. When you hear that you're elected official, and that should be something that you put on your calendar. You can do that at work. Wolfie's in the YouTube chat. You can do that at work. So-and-so, Senator so-and-so is going to be in town on this weekend. Take your ass over there. Confront that man or that woman face to face. Confront that person face to face. Make it your business to get in their business. Moms for Liberty comes into a school board meeting and nobody tells them hoes to get the hell out. Why not? Why not? They walk in the door ready to ban goddamn books. Thank you, Obsidian Bear. I'm just getting ready to get to that. Hold on. Moms for Liberty walking their stupid ass in the room talking about banning some books. Everybody collectively should be looking at them like,
running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
and I'm going to address something that Obsidian Bear said. The people pointing out every problem but offering no solutions have got to stop too. Exactly. Exactly. And yes, it does make you feel a little bit crazy trying to keep up with all of this shit, which is why you don't try to tackle all of it at once. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. The national part of this, you got to leave alone. For right now, you got to leave that alone. That shit up there is a dumpster fire having carnal knowledge of a dead raccoon's coochie. You got to leave that one alone. You got to leave it alone. Leave that shit alone. But you can take your ass to these school board meetings. You can take your ass to your city council meetings. You can take your ass to these, this so-and-so's here, he's talking to his constituents. You can take your ass there. You can take your ass there. If you want to personalize the journey that you're on and how these actions are affecting them, fine. But make goddamn sure you remember that just because you're suffering from it does not mean other people aren't. So when you speak with a unified voice. You can do that. You can do that. I told y'all I was screwing around one day and created a political party. For shits and giggles. Just because I could. And now I have all the foundational understandings of said political party, which is the Raven Party. Do you know why I have not put that shit all out on the internet? You know why? Because a part of me understands that it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. As much as people, political junkie, I'm about to bring him up right quick. As much as I love Bernie, he ain't the answer. He's not. A figurehead is not going to work. You need more. Oh, Bernie's ideas will be great. Let's get Bernie. How about Bernie's ideas will be fantastic? Let's all use them and try to run for public office. Let's try that. I know he's about to hate what I'm about to say, but damn it, I'm going to say it because I love him and there's nothing you can do about it. I personally think Chaos King would be a perfect candidate for some office. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Chaos King would be one hell of a candidate for mayor, for city councilman, for alderman. What in the actual French fried hell is this? Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because it contains unoriginal, reproduced content. What the F are you talking about? Reproduced content? What? Reproduced content. It's my own content, but I digress. I'm going to get to social media here in a second. I think Chaos King would be a perfect candidate. I do. I think Chaos King would be one hell of a perfect candidate. Do you know why? Because Chaos King would approach it cynically. He just wants the nuts and bolts. That's all he wants. Do not give him flowery speeches. Don't come in with the glad-handed. And for the love of everything that is holy, do not come in and tell that man, you represent this pack, that pack. We want to put some money in your pocket. We want to do this, that, and the third. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because he's not sitting there trying to, y'all have seen and heard Chaos King. There's a reason me, Angry, Smoking Hot, Dave, we call him Mr. You Not Leaving Out of Here with all them jewels and shit. There's a reason for that. There is a 100% reason why Chaos King is not running around here talking about, hey, I believe this super PAC did this, because that's not who Chaos is. Chaos is the who, what, where, when, why, and how. That's it. Give that man the who, what, where, when, and why, and how, and he's fine. He can literally make plans off of the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Exactly, Obsidian. You have to be cynical about shit. The leaders of your little groups, the leaders of those groups that you swear up and down are going to protect you, that's just what they are, leaders. They not doing anything. Ain't nobody hand dirty. Everybody hands clean as shit. The cuticles all cut off. They got the nice little polish over the top of it and all other kinds of shit. Ain't nobody got bloody knuckles or nothing. That to me is what Bernie is. Yes, Bernie has some fantastic ideas. Bernie's also an old white man. You mean to tell me Bernie's the only one? Bernie's the only way. We have to have Bernie. Oh, well, we'll take AOC. Why couldn't it be all of us? Instead of AOC, how come it's not OPP? Know what I mean? Why isn't OPP? Or APP? All people's policies. All people's positions. Bernie Sanders is not one, is not the one person, the only person that can do it. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. People do not like me on TikTok for a bunch of reasons. Huge ass bunch of reasons. But the one thing none of them can argue with is that I do not take this shit serious. Because guess what? I do.
Why so serious?
Oh, did y'all didn't think I wasn't gonna get new sounds on this bitch, right? Yeah.
Why so serious?
Every one of us can advocate for every one of us. We are not powerless. We're not some scared kids living in the dark, scared out of our minds. Oh my God, I don't know, the monster's coming up. We ain't them. We are armed with brains, we are armed with backbone, and we are armed with balls. We got the triple Bs. Why are we not using these son of bitches? Why are we not using them? Why are we not hell-bent on making change regardless of who it hurts? Even these mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging idiots in MAGA country, they're not cynical. They believe anything Big Daddy says. Why can we not tell them, hey, you know you have more power than that son of a bitch, right? I'm like Big Pun, you know effed up, right? I'm like Bill Duke in Minister Societies. Now see there, see? You know, up, right? You know that, right? Magpie, AKA Crescent, lives in a whole other country. An entire another country. They're also a young adult. They are ready to enact change on this world for no other reason other than the fact that it can be done and they have to do it because it's their future. When I watch boomers turn into these MAGA nuts, knowing damn well all the things that they're rallying against, all the things that they're upset about, all the things that they swear the liberals and the gays and the trans are trying to take away from them, are being taken away by the people that actually voted for their shit, I don't get sad anymore. I don't. I don't get sad anymore. I don't. You're willing to throw your future away. You're willing to throw your future away. Square News, I ain't even going there with you. You're willing to throw your future away and the future of your kids and grandkids simply because you want to go back to the good old days that made you feel comfortable. Bitch, I don't give a damn about your comfortable. I don't. It's like the code of the streets. It's like the code of the streets. You can flash. You can flash that dope. You can flash that gold. You can flash that money. You can flash them cars. Somebody gonna pop you. If everybody ain't eating, somebody who's starving is gonna take your ass out. I said exactly what I said. You can't be out here in these streets showing off all that bullshit. And everybody, and there's starving people on them streets. They're wolves. Straight wolves. It doesn't matter the damn demographic or ethnicity. If you flashing a bunch of shit around a bunch of broke ass people, your ass going to the upper room. Bitch, the Boat bird follows you. I'm dead ass, man. They will knock your ass off and will not think twice about it. They will knock your ass off. That's why you don't see rich and powerful people flashing. They got drivers. These people can hire former Mossad agents to be their bodyguards. Meanwhile, you over here with a mouthful of goddamn gold and platinum and diamonds, holding up your money phone, rings all over your hands, jewels all over your neck. You come in that flashy ass car, that big souped up truck. They will knock your ass off. Baga, baga. And then listen, you out there flashing with all them jewels and shit, and then everybody, you know, some bitches turn into chaos. That's the end of the goddamn conversation. Now you robbed. It's the same thing in politics. Watching boomers just give into this shit. You have the power. These politicians don't. You have a reason for voting for this person, a need to vote for this person, questions about voting for this person. This person is looking at your ass like a steak, and they're going to knock your ass off. They are going to knock your ass off. You gave them this much of an inch, they took everything. We got to stop saying that it is a cult and start saying what it actually is. Laziness and apathy in human form being led through the nose by a goddamn grifting, narcissistic used car salesman with a lot full of lemons. It's just like, I'll give you another example. This Epstein shit. Now the far right is trying to run away from this man like he got cooties or defend him. Well, what if there's a Democrat on that list? I don't give a shit. I don't get, again, here's where y'all tap into your inner chaos. Here's where it happens. This is where you tap into your inner chaos. Did they break the law? Yeah, put their bitch ass in jail. I expect there to be Democrats on that list. You want me to say it again? I expect there to be Democrats on that list. Because I'm not about the political affiliation. I'm about getting these nasty bastards off the street. In plain parlance, that's all that matters. In plain ass parlance, that's the only thing that matters. Nobody gives a shit about the political affiliation of a monster. Do y'all think I give a shit that Harvey Weinstein might rot his fat ass in jail because he gave money to Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton? No. Get your bitch ass off the street. I felt absolutely nothing when they put R. Kelly's ass in jail for 30 years. I didn't feel a single damn thing. I didn't feel what, there wasn't a twinge of nothing. I was like, good. They trying to put a powerful black man, not him. He got to go. Him got to go. Not loyal to that dude. I'm loyal to the truth. We have far too many people that are loyal to the personality and not loyal to the truth. That's why our politics are all effed up. That's why it was so long ago is the thing. They are more attracted to the dream that they have in their head than the reality that they live in. We have an entire organization banning books. Name me one good country that bans books. Name me one. I'll wait. Name me one good country that prosecutes their monsters based on political affiliation and not the fact that they're all monsters. I don't give a shit. There is no good country that does that. There is no good country that forgets the atrocities it's committed so that it can continue to pretend like how great it's great. There's not a good country that does that. There isn't. Monsters do not get any love from me. I don't give a goddamn about their political affiliations. Do I look like I give a shit? No. That's that cynic, though. That is that cold. I'm not saying Chaos is cold because, again, I love him dearly. But it's honest. He will tell you in a heartbeat he's a cynic. That means for him, it is all about cold, logical facts. Let me say that one more time. Cold, logical facts. If some shit don't smell right, it ain't right. And Chaos will be the first person to tell you, hey, man, that shit don't smell right. Chaos did a service to me, and I didn't even realize he did it until after it was over with, because I really had to sit and go, whoa, yo, he did that. He really did that. Chaos was looking out for me, and I didn't even realize he was looking out. I did not. That man called me. That man texted me. He did me a service. Not because, oh, wow, Thomas is so great. Because his cynical nature said, hey, this shit ain't right. Investigate this. Get that man up out of there. Crescent, I kind of figured that was your pronoun, so I just went ahead and did it. I will mess it up. I will mess it up. I promise you, Crescent, and please just forgive me. Charges in my head, never my heart. We don't do cold logical. We do emotional. We do feelings. It's funny how the group of people that say facts don't care about your feelings do not like facts because they're in their feelings. Do y'all really honestly think Julian Michaels is an offshoot? No, that bitch is exactly who she is. She is 100% exactly who the hell she is. That's exactly who she is. That's who the bitch is. That's who the bitch always has been. Julian Michaels was on a show where she body shamed big people into losing weight. There's a documentary about the bitch on HBO Max right now. But she's over there talking about only 2% of white people own slaves. Bitch, we don't care about the percentages. We care about the fact that the act actually happened. Cold, cynical, logical facts. I don't care what the percentages are. There is a percentage of men who do SA to women. If any man is trying to argue the percentages of men that do harm to women, they're missing out on the part of men doing harm to women. Cold, logical facts. No good country bans books. Cold, logical facts. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. No good country bans books. A country cannot call itself great if people sleep under bridges. Cold, logical facts. You, as a working class citizen, you as somebody who has to work to pay the rent, work to pay the bills, feed your kids, feed your family, you as that person, you deal with cold, logical facts every single day. Chuckles, I think some of them are filtered, and I don't know why. I think YouTube filters them on purpose. No, it's on HBO Max. It might be on Netflix. It is on Netflix. My bad, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. If you send people to war You, as a country, send people to war, and they are injured, they are killed, they are not the same person they were when they left. No good country doesn't take care of them. Cold, logical facts. My country sends me to war. I go to war for my country. I come back. I am missing an arm. I am missing a leg. I got shell shocked. A round went off next to me, and I was completely effed up. My equilibrium's been messed up. My hearing and everything. When I come back to the country that sent me to war, and I got these conditions, it is imperative on the country to take care of me. Now, I know a lot of people say, that's handouts. That's handouts. Is it really, though? Is it? Did I not pay into taxes? Does my tax money not go to help organizations like the Veterans Affairs? You mean to tell me my money can go buy 1,500 Tomahawk missiles and send them to Israel, but my money cannot go to making sure the VA has my records straight? I can go in and get any sort of anything that I need, my medicines, my glasses, my hearing aids, whatever. So it's okay to make a bomb to send someplace, but it's not okay to take care of the person that was actually next to a bomb and now is no longer the person they were when they left. Cold, logical facts. Exactly. Hey, Thomas, the step back for a second case might operate cold, taking his feelings out of it. I operate almost exclusively on feelings, and we generally come to the same kind of outlook. Exactly. Exactly, Michael Pruitt. Exactly. TG's in the building. Mwah! Our apathetic nature has kept us from truly being, damn the country for just a second. I want you to think locally. Think in your house. Think in front of the mirror. Because of the injuries I suffered in the United States Army, I am medically retired from the Army. I am permanently disabled. They give me a certain amount of money every month. Tax-free, belongs to me. I signed up for Social Security disability because I'm not the sort of person that does a 9 to 5, not after the shit that I have heard and seen and done. I will toss a supervisor through a goddamn window. I told the Social Security Disability Office this. Then they went and got my records from the United States Army. It's like, yeah, he will toss it. Don't ask that man to go to work. Don't. Not him. Don't do that. Don't do that. You send him into a job with a boss talking that bullshit. Listen. Followed by
Of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
if he keep it up, I'm just gonna be like, I will smack the shit out of his ass. I'm not the person you put in a cubicle. I tried it, and it don't work. It don't work. It just don't. So I know this about myself. I know a supervisor will make me literally look him in the face and go, so what do? I invested money that was left over after my mother passed away, and I bought an LLC. I created a company, and from that company, things started to bloom. Things started to blossom. Things started to form up, right? I use the one gift I still have, the one gift that I know for a fact I can use effectively, and that's my voice. to tell the truth no matter what. Not my feelings about the truth of what it is. So I contribute to society. I pay taxes. And those taxes goes to pay the salary of these people. Those taxes goes to pay for the tax subsidies for these businesses. That tax money goes to buy those Tomahawk missiles and cruise missiles and things of that nature that will inevitably end up blowing up somebody, a little child or what have you. I do that. So explain to me why I do not have a say over where my money goes and what it did. Multiply that by 330 million people and you'll understand exactly what I'm trying to say. Texas shouldn't be happening. Texas should not be happening. We got far too many feeling Texans and not enough calculating Texans. Moms for Liberty should be afraid to come into buildings. Them bitches should be afraid. The minivan Taliban should be afraid to walk their funky ass into a building. Waiting for them should be a cadre of pissed off parents. Not because, oh my God, I want to read this book that has steamy LGBTQIA plus scenes in it, but because it's a goddamn book and no good country bans books. Bitch, bring your asses up in here. Every time Moms for Liberty shows up at a goddamn school board meeting, it should be exactly what my mother said. Stand right there, bitch. Stand right there, bitch. Stand your ass right there. I don't care what comes out of a man's mouth. I don't give a shit. I'm going to need to see some receipts. I'm going to need to see some results. Donald Trump can tell his mouth breathers, I've made Washington, D.C. safe. And they'll go, yes, he made Washington, D.C. safe. That inner chaos king should kick right in. Wait a minute. All I've seen is people being hemmed up by National Guard troops. All I've seen is people being hemmed up by these fake-ass ICE agents. If the citizens of Washington, D.C. are being hemmed up by people who are supposedly, quote-unquote, there to protect them, is it really safe? Are they really doing something good in D.C.? Or are they still doing the same bullshit? I got a problem with this. That's my tax dollars going out there. That's my money going out there. I'm going to need to see some receipts. I'm going to need to see some of these criminals. And not the ones you think are criminals. I'm going to need you, find me a person that's actually doing some criminal shit before you arrest their ass. Because arresting them, housing them, charging them, housing them again, finding them, convicting them, and then sentencing them to prison, all is going to end up being paid by my black ass. I'm going to need to see some receipts, dog. If y'all like Bernie's ideas, then use them. Hello, Walls. Hi, how you doing, Walls? How you doing? Oh, look, Darth Science over there. Let me say it again. If you like Bernie's ideas so much or so well, use them. Stop talking about it. Stop looking for a person who will stand up in front like, yo, we're going to follow, insert this. But no, bitch. No. You start the shit. You walk with those. If I gave everybody the platform for the Raven Party and told them if you use this, you have to credit the Raven Party. It's not about my black ass. It's about the Raven Party. It is about the Raven Party. So if you go, hey, you're in a live someplace. You got the entire platform for the Raven Party sitting in front of you on your computer. Some doofy ass guy starts talking about tariffs and shit, and you coldly, calculatedly say, you know, Americans pay for those tariffs, right? Tariffs are taxes America pays. When you hear them bragging about $26.7 or $26.8 billion collected in tariffs, bitch, that's our money. That is cold, calculated, and factual. Well, you know, if the Democratic Party, first off, I'm not a Democrat. Not a Democrat. I don't adhere to party affiliation, especially when we're trying to fix the country. I don't give a damn about no goddamn party affiliation. Screw you. I want to fix the country. I don't give a shit about the rest of that shit. Oh, well, what do you stand for? I'm glad you asked. Hold on just a second. You pull up the entire foundation for the Raven Party. And when people go, wow, that sounds crazy as hell. Wow. Estimate is now 347 million population of the United States. Will be 350 million by 2028 elections if we have them. Exactly. They go, wow, man, that's some great. These ideas sound fantastic. Where did you get it from? Actually, I got it from the platform of the Raven Party. It gives them the ideal of, okay, you want to have party affiliations. Here you go. It takes all that shit that you love so much about Bernie Sanders. It mixes in FDR's Second Bill of Rights, the 10-point program of the Black Panthers, and the 7 tenets of the Satanic Temple to come up with this. It is a secularist ideal. You speak those into existence. You don't wait for somebody else to do it. If I put it out and I started talking about it every live, it would look like, oh, the Raven Party's about Thomas Bishop. No, the Raven Party's about your dumb ass. Everybody loves Bernie. Everybody loves AOC. You don't need a figurehead. You need the ideas that figurehead has, and you need to speak them into existence and demand those ideals become the laws of the land. That's what you have to do. Figureheads is what got us in this goddamn situation to begin with. We look for the personality, not the policies that person wants to put in place. Greg Abbott put on a 10-gallon hat and rolled his stupid ass someplace where there was hee-hawing and eating long hot dogs and all that other shit. They said, I like him. He's Texan, got gun, Second Amendment. He got cowboy hat in a pickup truck. And they elected this simple Simon Sack son of a bitch. For them, it's all about personality. For them, it's all about personality. That is apathetic. That is looking for a savior when you have the power to save your goddamn self and everybody around you. That's what I fight every day. Look at any video I have ever made. The monster I have been trying to fight for almost 5 goddamn years is America's belief that there's nothing they can do, and they're apathetic towards what is being done to them. I hate that shit. I absolutely hate that shit. Can we not? I am literally probably going to put it in the Discord server. A lot of the way I see the world can be summed up in those Dark Knight movies. So as goofy as that sounds, a lot of it can be literally lined up with all 3 of Christopher Nolan's Batman films. When Ducard tells Bruce Wayne in the jail, a man can be beaten, he can be hurt. But if you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal, and if they can't stop you, then you become something else entirely. Bruce asked him, what's that? He said, a legend, Mr. Wayne, a legend. A lot of y'all will not, and I'm not, this is not me bashing on y'all. Because again, I'm just now coming into this power of my damn self. A lot of y'all discount your own voice. You discount your own feelings and logic. Some of you do it to fit in. Some of you do it because you don't think these things matter. They do. Or else people wouldn't be trying to take that from you. They would not be trying to tell you how you should think and what you should think. If your voice didn't matter, these people would ignore you. It's just like the federal government let y'all brag about them pew-pews. They love letting you brag about your pew-pews. How many pew-pews? You got a whole arsenal, big-ass arsenal at the house. All these pew-pews, all these pew-pews. An organization will tell you they're coming for your pew-pews and you buy more pew-pews. Do you think the federal government gives a shit? These people have laser-sighted guided missiles. They could turn your house into a crater. Federal government don't give a damn about your arsenal. The federal government has the Boab bird on standby, bitch. They will the federal government will literally torch your entire existence. They will red wedding everything that you believe in. Everything. They will red wedding your ass to death. So it's a useless, it's a meaningless thing. Oh, wow, you bought all these weapons. And in your mind, you're thinking, I'm going to take down the tyrannical government. They don't give a damn about you. They don't. But they will come after your vote. You ever notice that? The redistricting, the keeping, thank you, exactly, Angry. That Neil Brennan joke is exactly what I'm talking about. But they will come after your voting. The restrictions on where you can vote. The times you can vote. Oh, don't bring any food. Oh, don't bring any water. If you get out of the line, you can't get back in. That is what is important. That is what's important. Don't look at what they're letting you have. Look at what they won't let you have. And that is where using your voice matters. That is where using your cynicism matters. Stop looking at personalities, look at policies. I don't care what cool music they play. I don't care how many hip shit that they do. The White House is on TikTok. TikTok, the thing that they said was Chinese data stealers and thieves and everything, and they want an American company to own. The White House is on TikTok. Do you understand how incredibly effed up that is? And they did that in front of you. They told you TikTok was dangerous. They told you TikTok was stealing your ads. They told you that TikTok was stealing your data. And then they joined it. And what has TikTok done? Capitulated to that mentality, capitulated to that understanding, capitulated to those feelings of people who have nothing to complain about, yet they do. Restrictions on people's views, restrictions on people's lives, and things of that nature. They did that right in your goddamn face. They looked you in the face and lied to you. And you just took it. Because literally, you have a life that is so stressful, so complicated, things are going bad. People are dying in your life. Your paychecks are they're not stretching far enough. They're not paying enough. They're not stretching to a point where you can actually survive. You and your family can survive. These things are way above your pay grade to care about, but you have to. Because the longer you make it a singular situation, the stronger the chance is that singular nature is going to get crushed. I do not live in the Appalachian Mountains. I don't live in coal country in Kentucky and Ohio and places like that. I don't. But I am genuinely afraid for all of those men and women that go down in those mines day after day after day after day for shit money and the chance to be buried underneath all of that while the coal company makes billions off of them. I am concerned about that. When you use your cold, logical, factual brain, you stop looking at the wedge issue shit and you are laser focused on what's in front of you. And you can do that in your life right now. Right now. You can do that right now. If you got kids, those kids go to school. What are they teaching your child? Is your child's teacher getting the resources that they need to educate this child? Yours. Is your child being taught truthful and honest history? My co-owner and friend Jeff Kennedy is in the building. Good morning, Jeff. Is that child being educated in a way that will make them better, not just for themselves, but for society as a whole? You can care about those things. You can care about them. You can put it right there into all the other things that you have to worry about, because everything that you have to worry about on a singular level is connected to so many different things. How many of y'all, raise your hand, no shame. How many, just no shame when I ask this question. How many of y'all suffer with food insecurities? Or you live in a food desert? That is a place where the nearest supermarket to fresh fruit and vegetables and things of that nature is miles away. You got to drive to it. You got to Uber to it or whatever. How many of y'all are going through that? No shame, not judging you. You have food insecurities because you live in a food desert. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Again, no shame. No shame at all. But think about the situations that you are in that put you in that insecurity. And again, we can call it the chaos logic if you want to. You want to call it chaos logic, call it chaos logic. Right? Cold, logical, and factual. There's your cynical nature. Your cynical nature will tell you in a heartbeat, President Barack Obama made the water cleaning process more stringent. Yes, Michael Pruitt, I do remember that. It comes down to what exactly are you willing to fight for? Not something small-minded or whatever. Something you are willing to fight for. You are willing to open your mouth and protest for. Something you are willing to lay down all of the shit that you go through for. Understand that you are not the only person that will do it. Gather together and use your goddamn power to enact change. The reason the Peter Thiels and the David Sachs and the Elon Musk win is because we let them. We let them. We're not telling our Democratic or Republican senators and Congress people to hold these goddamn people accountable, or else, bitch, we will find somebody else to do the goddamn job. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not putting foot to ass. We're not. We should, but we're not. And that is literally what is leading us to where we are right now. Donald Trump is a petulant, narcissistic, baby back bitch. But he only has the power that he has is because every one of us have it either physically, mentally, or emotionally checked the F out. We have checked out. We shouldn't. This is our democracy. This is our country. Without us, there is nothing here. It's a landmass with a bunch of animals. America isn't the landmass. America isn't the slogans. America isn't the Constitution. It's the goddamn people. The people. And our apathy is what is killing us. I need y'all to understand something. Where we are right now is a dark ass place. But it doesn't mean we can't fight in that dark ass place.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blind.
Wherever you are right now in life, you have the power to enact change. You do. I love this coffee bean community. I love it. It is the highlight of my day to come and sit in front of this microphone with you. But it is a twofold thing what I do here. Yes, I want to have a morning show. So I got a morning show. Yes. But the other aspect of it is I want to empower every single solitary one of you. All the way back from episode 1 of this show till right now, I have tried to empower you. I want you to be the ones that fight against the apathy that is going on in this country and be the change. I always said if I ever did file for a 501c3 for the Raven Party, that we would not start at the top and work our way down. We would start from the bottom up. Training people that would want to run under the Raven Party banner, training them on exactly what needs to be said, how to answer every question, things of that nature. If people want to donate, why are they donating? Looking at, oh, wow, there's a big money donor, but what is it exactly that he wants? What is it exactly they want? Oh, no, we can't abide by that. Really, truly empowering people. Moms for Liberty should absolutely 100% be afraid when we walk our ass in the room. Oh, shit, Moms for Liberty's trying to ban the Diary of Anne Frank again. Oh, no, here come the Anne Frank Avengers.
You got to bring ass to get ass.
Like, hey, bitch, no. You gonna put that book down. You gonna put that goddamn book down. When you see preachers preaching politics from the pulpit, it's time to start making some IRS inquiries. Like, hey, why isn't that person's 501c, whatever the hell, that bans them from talking politics in the pulpit, why ain't that shit pulled? Pull that shit. It's what John Lewis called good trouble. I am all about good chaos. And not, Mr. You ain't leaving out here with all them jewels and shit. No, I mean good chaos. Upsetting the apple cart. Upsetting the established order. Is it going to be chaotic? You goddamn right it is. But do you know what comes out of that chaos? Do you understand what comes out of that chaos? Change. I want people to stop bringing figureheads in and start bringing in good policies. I don't want to hear another goddamn thing about Bernie. I'm sorry, there, I said what I said. I don't want to hear another goddamn thing about Bernie. Yeah, the Anne Frank Avengers is wild. Yeah, we protecting the Diary of Anne Frank. Goddamn right we are. But take his ideas. Stop looking for a figurehead. Take the ideas that Bernie Sanders stand for and goddamn start saying them out loud. Start using them. Start doing things with them. Stop waiting for somebody to come in and with a white cape. Bitch, we are the white capes. We are. We are. We. are the white capes. What did Obama say? We are the change we've been looking for. We are. If you're a far leftist or a goddamn communist, until you can come up with a goddamn plan, I'm going to need you to shut your stupid ass up. Shut up. Shut the F up.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
If all you are is an arrogant communist and you ain't got an idea worth of shit coming out of your freaking mouth, sit down some damn where. You know, America's so stupid. You know, if they had been communists and
Oh my God, bro. Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, man. You get your goddamn ass on.
I don't want to hear another complaint about what Kamala couldn't have done or what Kamala should have done. She's not president. Focus. 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 I got to turn into Mr. Miyagi on your bitch asses. Michael Pruitt, I wouldn't eject those CW anyway. I'm tired of that. I'm sick of it. What plans do you have? Why not tell your plan, connect with somebody else who has similar plans? Y'all come up with a bigger plan. Then you get with 4 more other people that all have the same goddamn plan. Then you bring the plan out. You know, Kamala, you leftists or you Democrats, shut the F up.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Damn. I need y'all to fight that apathy. Let me tell you what you can expect when you do. You will be afraid. You will be afraid. There will be challenges. People are going to say shit about you and everybody that is related to you just to get under your skin. You will be called nigger, slut, the K slur. You will be told to go back to where you came from. You will be told to sit in a house and make me a sandwich or make me this or make me that. This will happen to you. There is absolutely no way around it. You will be hated. Family will hate you. Friends will hate you. Co-workers will hate you. Spouses will hate you. Even your children will hate you. It is a lonely path. You will want to talk about uncomfortable things and people will tell you that this was so long ago. That was so long ago. They were not this. They're not that. And you will coldly, calmly, and factually tell them the truth. Because you have to. You have to. You do not have a choice in the matter. This is not going to fix itself, and it's damn sure not going to fix itself if you try to ignore it. Nothing in life works like that. You get a cancer diagnosis and you don't do a goddamn thing, and 6 months later the cancer is worse, and you're like, but I'm just ignoring it. That's not how this works. And you're going to have to get dirty, kids. You're going to have to get dirty. Your hands are going to be bloody, dirty. Fingernails is going to have dirt and flesh underneath them. You will have grit and grime all over your face. And you might find yourself being alone while you're doing all of this. But keep going. You have to keep going. You have to be like Chaos King, cynical, cold, logical, and factual. You can't just trust what is said. You got to see it for yourself. You got to dig in and get the research done. You got to take that research and show it to somebody who believed that bullshit. Then know you and that other person who believed that shit, but now you know otherwise. Y'all got to say it to 2 friends and 2 more friends and family members and things of that nature. They're going to dislike the fact that you're even bringing it up, but you have to. It has to be done. We're not fixing this with hopes and dreams. We're not fixing this with a Gavin Newsom as a figurehead. We're not fixing this with vote blue no matter who. We're not fixing this with Jill Stein. We're not fixing this with blow everything up. We're not fixing anything. And we're damn sure not fixing our apathy towards all of it. It hurts. I know. I will never forget the first time somebody sent me a death threat. They sent it to me on Instagram. I think I've been making TikTok videos for like a year and a half. My Instagram started to grow because people were like, oh shit, he's over there on Instagram too, cool. Somebody sent me a death threat. They literally told me that I was going to see my mother soon. Watch your back. All because I used words. All because I used words. I've had an account ban warning on my TikTok page for, 3 years? Almost 3 years? No nudity, no harming of children, no misinformation, just profanity, and I have an account ban warning. That is society pushing back. That is society pushing back. That is the powers that be pushing back. The powers that be telling us, this is where you belong. Stay your ass right there. That is the emboldening of dumbass people. Death threats are part of the job. Death threats are part of the job. There was a radio personality in Denver, Colorado. It was a Jewish man who literally was going off on these neo-Nazi people and the white supremacists and shit. And he was unalive for it. He was unalive for it. Everybody loves to bring up King and Malcolm X and Medgar Evers and shit like that. They died standing on business. They died standing on business. And ever since then, it's been bitchness, bitch assness. We went from real, like Rakim, to real adjacent, aka fake, like Drake. That's what we went to. People are afraid of their government. And we shouldn't be. What did V say in V for Vendetta? Government should be afraid of its people. They should. But we forgot we had power. We were looking for a figurehead. We were looking for a savior. We forgot that we had the goddamn power right in our hands. You love Bernie Sanders? Move Bernie Sanders out the way. Take everything that you love about Bernie Sanders and start spreading the shit around. That's what you do. That's what you do. You don't, oh shit, let me tell you, wow, we love us some Bernie. Huh? What are you talking about? Do you mean to tell me Bernie's ideas are so great that you're afraid to use them out on your own? You need to have Bernie in front of you like a goddamn voodoo doll? What is that? No. If his ideas are so great, use them. You ain't gonna be liked. It's a lonely ass path, but it's a path you got to walk in order for you to be able to even do anything in this country. Apathy is going to kill us, kids. I love this community. I love this. I love the coffee bean community. I do. Not because, oh my God, they listen to me every day. Yay. No, but because every one of you, I've talked to every single one of you, at least individually, or almost every one of you individually. And you all have the same mentality, the same mindset. Change needs to happen. I'm ready for change. I'm done with this bullshit. I want change. Every one of you have done that. And you go out, you will make videos, you will make comments, you will make whatever, posts that encourage that change. Encourage it more. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. Talk to your loved ones, your coworkers, your baby mama, your baby daddy. Talk to these people. Get them interested in these ideas. Bring them in. Now you got 2 more people that are out there talking about these ideas. 1 cell make 2, 2 cells make 4, and so on. Because apathy is going to kill us. Donald Trump is out here giving out trinkets. Donald Trump is out here giving out trinkets. Bags of shells and shit. And the mouth breathers are believing in him. The man literally has not come up with a goddamn single solitary plan. He has given them trinkets covered in gold paint and piss, and these people are running around with it like it's literally gold. He is handing these people booty cheek biscuits. And we're losing a battle to them? They got a face full of Donald Trump ass cheek biscuit, and we can't beat them? We can't find our cold, logical, factual part of our brain. We can't find the cynical nature that we all actually have. Donald Trump ain't cleaning up D.C. He's not. He is literally becoming a dictator. Is this so hard for us to say out loud? This man is honey sauce. Taste the biscuit. That's what he is. He's the goodness of the biscuit. Oh, honey sauce head ass. Ladies, I know there is a danger from dangerous men. I know. As a open recovering misogynist, I know. But your rights are on the line. You got to fight for them. You've got to fight for them. I can fight so much, but I'm not the person that's going to get, you know what I mean? I'm not the person that's going to get hemmed up in this shit. You are. There is no law. I'm gonna say what Michael Pruitt said. There is not a place in America where there's a law on my genitals, my reproductive system. In all 50 states, I can go to any and all 50 states, and there's not a regulation or a rule against my goddamn genitalia. So me fighting for your rights is meaningless. Can I use my male privilege? Absolutely, and I try to do it every day. But the best fighters for something are the people that are involved in it. And you have to be cold and logical to do it. Mediocrity is now the king of the realm. What the hell makes you think you have to follow that shit? No. No. These people are mediocre white men. You do not lose a battle to these bastards. You like Bernie, or do you like Bernie's ideas? If you like Bernie, stay over there. You're in a cult. If you like Bernie's ideas, use them. If you are a woman, stand up and start saying shit like, listen, maybe we do need the 4B movement. Maybe we do need to start denying men this coochie until they start acting like we're human beings and not just tunnels for cock. As a black man, I know they're trying to erase the history of how my ass is sitting in this chair. So it is imperative on me to speak louder about it. There's a book you can buy on TikTok. It's a cartoon, comic book style book about the history of the Black Panthers. If you're a black person, that shit should be in your house. No honey sauce. That book should be in your house. I have the story of Nat Turner in my house. I have the book. It doesn't matter if you read a piece of it a day. It doesn't matter if you read a piece of it a week or a month. But that book should be in your house. The comic book style animation of the history of the Black Panthers, that should be in your house. And that's to be something you share with your children. Because Moms for Liberty gonna take shit off the shelves. But that doesn't mean books disappeared. That just simply means you now have to get it. I have a copy of the autobiography of Malcolm X. It's like the 4th or 5th time I bought it. Because the first time I bought it, I literally read it until the pages were falling out. Then I had to buy another one. I kept that one, gave one to my son, he tore it up. Gave one to my other son, he lost it. So I bought my own copy to keep in my house. As a white person, you can go out and pick up the autobiography of Malcolm X. Charmaine, I think it's like the history of the Black Panthers. I think that's what it's called. But it's like a comic book. If you are a white person, there is no restrictions on you buying these books up from slavery. The Souls of Black Folk. 12 Years a Slave. The autobiography of Malcolm X. Roots. Beloved. I Know Why the Cage Bird Sing. Ain't nobody tell you can't buy that shit. Well, I'm a white person. I don't know if I should be buying it. Why? Why? What? Why? Is it? Can you not read? Buy the damn book and read it. Read it so that you can be better armed against these people who are going to try to make sure you stay in line. Morning, Tiny. Buy the banned books. I have a copy of Maus, M-A-U-S. It is the story of the Holocaust told by mice. It's heartbreaking, but it's necessary. Do not let these people tell you you can't have it. Get involved in other ethnicities and the issues they fall under. More Jewish people should know about the history of Iran. They should know more about the history of Israel and Palestine. They should be reading books by people that talk about this and have made it their business to talk about it all the time. Be more aware of these things. Yep, exactly. There's another book, Black AF History, in the TikTok shop. Buy it. Buy it. So when Julia Michaels is standing her big, ignorant, skinny bone ass, large teeth, big face ass in the damn on CNN talking about 2% of slave owners, y'all get a chance to say, bitch, does that make it better? It was only 2%. That's still bondage, bitch. It's still chattel slavery. What the hell you talking about? And you get a chance to fight back. That is you fighting the apathy. I do it every day. I do it every day. I go on people's lives and I debunk shit, and I debunk it the only way I know how to debunk it. Loudly, profanely, but forcefully. I back down for no one. I fight the apathy in myself. Here you go. Once again, I've told y'all before, I'm never going to come on this show and try to make it look like I'm doing something you're not and I'm better. No, I try to fight the apathy in my damn self. I try to fight the cynicism. I still want to believe in people. I still want to believe that people are good. I still want to believe that this country can be good. I want to believe it. I want to believe in you. I want to believe in the power of the human spirit. Henry Wallace, who was the vice president of the United States under Franklin Delano Roosevelt, said that the 20th century should be the year of the common man. The century of the common man. The 20th century should be the century of the common man. But it wasn't. The 20th century was the century of violence, the century of small-mindedness, the century of racial strife, the century of subjugation of women, the century of profit over people. Thank you. On Tyranny by Timothy Snyder. Thank you, Annabelle. Appreciate that. That's what the 20th century was. We are now in the 21st. If you have kids, you know that these children that you are carrying around, these children you're taking care of, these children you love so much, will live in a world that you will not be in, but you're going to need to fight for. You know what's wrong right now. You know. You're looking at it. You're looking dead at it. You see all the wrong, all the ill that is going on. The powers that be have turned themselves, they have gorged on your fear. They have gorged on your laziness. They have gorged on all of it. All of it. And they are not sated yet. They want you fearful, ignorant, blind in the darkness, and prepared to follow anything and anybody that they tell you to. They appeal to your emotions because if they tried to appeal to your logic, you would realize how effed up what they are saying is. The reason they have to give you wedge issues is that if they came in and said, we want to cut the taxes on the richest people and we want you to pay for it, you would murder them. You would literally send their ass to a Mahalia Jackson concert today. If they told you that up front, they want to deregulate your water, make it less safe to drink because it costs too much, but we'll make a profit off of it.
Got to bring ass to get ass.
Good morning, Wolf. You would beat the shit out of them. You would beat the brakes off of them if they told you that. They walk their stupid ass in there trying to tell you, hey, yo, yeah, I'm getting this candidate. I'm getting this candidate. I'm going to have him run, right? But he's going to pass laws to make your water less safe. And I'm going to make a profit, and there's nothing you can do about it. You would be like,
I'm leaving here with something.
You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
You would rock a jaw meat so goddamn fast your head would spin. So they have to give you wedge issue shit. You have to keep fighting against it. Stop fighting against it. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. If they come and tell you they want to talk about trans athletes, look them in the face and say, bitch, does this make dollars? No, then it don't make sense. Get out of my face. Money is the only language these people understand. Money is the only language these people understand. So if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You want to argue about trans women in bathrooms? Does that make any money? Does it? Does it have anything to do with the taxes I'm paying out of my pocket? Does it have anything to do with that goddamn 45, 90, $300 million goddamn parade this punk ass bitch wanted for his birthday? No? Then it don't make sense. Get out of my face. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. That's where cold, logical, factual, cynical comes in. That's where it comes in. Sad stories are bad. Do not get me wrong. Sad stories are bad as shit. And you can listen to a sad story. You can put that sad story next to another sad story. And then two more sad stories. Do you know what you're getting? You're getting rationale and reasoning for you to want to flip the goddamn tables. Thank you, Tiny. That's what you need. This woman over here had this happen. This woman over here had this happen. This man had the same thing these two women had. This man over here had the same thing these three people had. We need to change the goddamn system. This is costing us money, and it don't make no goddamn sense. But what about Raleigh? What about the girl that beat Raleigh? Bitch, could Raleigh swim? No. What'd she come in? Fourth, fifth? Sit that doofy bitch the hell down. She can't swim. I don't want to talk about her ass. It's not making dollars, so it's not making any goddamn sense.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Y'all got to listen. You have to fight the apathy inside yourself. And this is how I'm going to end the show today. You got to fight the apathy inside yourself. I do it every day. I do it every single day. I want to give up. I want to just write this bitch off. I want to just co-sign the United States to the flaming dumpster fire heap of the world. But I got grandkids. I have 8 grown adult children. I don't want to see them struggle like I did. I don't want to see them feeling about themselves the way I did as a child because I was told to. I don't want that. I look at my wife and I love her more every day. Every day. We fight, we argue, we do things. Yes, we do. But that's my best goddamn friend. That is my best friend. If she ain't right, I'm not right. And if we not right, some shit got to change. That's my best friend. Every one of you. I don't say I love you and I care about you because, oh, wow, it's the cool, hip thing to do. I say it because I mean it. In my logical brain, you are all human beings. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be cared about. Regardless of what you have seen in your life, you still deserve to know that you are worth something. And that your voice is not just a voice in the dark by yourself. You are speaking into a choir of people that care about you and want to see the best for you, just like you want to see the best for them. I don't want y'all to be apathetic. Because apathy is going to hurt the future. Your futures. I look at Crescent, aka Magpie. I want Magpie to be a fighter. I want Magpie to be 100% a goddamn fighter. I look at Michael Pruitt and I think about his kids and grandkids. I want his grandkids and kids to be fighters, fighting for something greater than themselves. Fighting for something greater than themselves. Not looking for a figurehead, being a figurehead. In other words, kids, I want a better world, I want a better nation. And I need help. I need help to get there. Individually, collectively, I need help. I know I'm not one little voice in the wind. I know that. And I know people can't stand me. They find every reason and any reason to dislike me, to distrust me, to discredit me. My fingernails, my earrings, my white wife, my whatever. But I am cold, cynical, logical, and factual. Because there's way too much at stake for me to be trying to pretend like I'm not. There's way too much at stake for me to keep pretending like it's not happening. The disease is apathy. The cure is us. All right, that's the end of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow on Flag on the Play Friday, it is also time for yet another Pruitt present. That's right. Another Pruitt present. That's right. Michael Pruitt, along with Smoking Hot Mess Jess and the Angry IT Nerd, will be picking one lucky watcher, viewer, listener, and they will be giving them the chance to buy a shirt, a coffee mug, or what have you from the Sound of Coffee shop. That's why we call them Pruitt Presents. You just never know who will do it. We'll be doing this twice a month, so tomorrow is yet another Pruitt Present. Next week, we are going to go ahead and restart our Flag on the Play tumbler giveaway. That's what we're going to start doing next week. Hazel Flats is okay. Hey, you can live in Paris, France. You know you a coffee bean now. Baby, you a coffee bean. Welcome to the club. You a coffee bean. Hey. So we will have another Flag on the Play Friday tumbler giveaway next week. What is it that we say every day, kids? Hold on. I forgot. I'm sorry. My bad. This show is brought to you in part by Smooth California skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best. And remember, they are all natural, baby. Go to smoothca.online. Type in the villain 25 for 25% off of your purchase. This show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you don't have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. melexcellence.com. This show is brought to you in part by Rep Your Set. Something Black made. Remind me never to say that again. Hey, yo. Welcome, Hazel. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check out some of the incredible clothing that they have on their website. Letterman's jackets for all you high school dropout mother effers. And remember, leather jacket 2025, leather jacket 2025, leather jacket 2025. That's right, kids. It's almost time for me to cover myself in that delicious baby oil and coconut oil, put on a leather jacket, some tight-ass jeans, and some work boots, and give y'all the photos y'all been waiting for. A greasy, sexy, 100% all meat, pause, all beef villain look. Yeah, it's about all my time. But remember, go to somethingblackmade.com and check them out. And finally, this show is brought to you in part by W Energy. I start my morning every morning with a little shaker of Grandpa's Denture Water. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's actually pretty good, and it peps up my step every day. I drink W Energy because I need that energy, and W gives it to me. Go to w.gg, type in Thomas Bishop for 10% off of your purchase. It's not a coffee shop. It's open. It's running. It's piping hot. I'm telling you right now, there's some hot shit over there. Tomorrow, you might be able to actually get yourself, oh shit, Oh, shit. See, if Michael Pruitt is doing the Pruitt present, right? And it just so happens that today, I finally unveil the Walk with Saint Swole Meat t-shirt or coffee cup. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You could be walking around here with a beautiful t-shirt with the most moisturized black man that has ever existed. The Superman of the Swole Meat Justice League, Mr. Saint Swole Meat. Ah! I'm just saying, it's a possibility. Listen, do y'all understand how hard it was for me not to name the Swole Meat collection the SSM collection? Do y'all understand how hard it was? Listen, I was going. You used to be able to buy when you bought like Sean John shit, like you bought one of them big ass, ignorant ass, baggy ass shirts. On the back, right around the back, it just says Sean John. I might start doing that with the Saint Swole Meat shit. I really might. I might. I'm not bullshitting. I have the ability to create signatures. I will make a signature. I will print it out, not print it out, but I'll download it. I will edit it and I will put it on the back of them damn shirts. Saint Swole Meat. I'm just saying. One of y'all might be walking away tomorrow with the Lion. Listen, I know the Lion Mane one is the one y'all really been looking for. I know. Some of y'all have been begging for the Lion Mane. I showed that picture one time and y'all lost y'all goddamn mind. Oh, shit. That episode was something else. The episode when I put up Saint Swole Meat, shit. That was something else. Them goddamn TikTok comments was like, hey, yo, y'all trying to strip. Listen, y'all are trying to strip that man. Y'all are trying to strip that man on my off of the background, like for real. Them women was in there going, who's that? Is that you? No, it's not me. It's not me. And then I had to tell them who Saint Swole Meat was. Listen, all I saw was like crying emojis, love emojis. Somebody in the comment section said he could pour coffee all over me. Like I was like, hey yo, whoa, hold on, whoa. And the crazy part about it, I put him on the YouTube channel and I put him on the TikTok. The people on the radio couldn't have seen him, but y'all was out, y'all losing y'all goddamn mind. Like,
whoa, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
I don't know who the hell it was, but some woman described exactly what she wanted to do to Saint Swole Meat. And I really wanted to tell her bad as hell. I was like, you know this is AI generated, right? You understand that, man? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Saint Swole Meat is for the streets. So just remember, tomorrow you might be able to win the Lion Mane. And that's exactly what the name of it is going to be called. Saint Swole Meat presents the Lion Mane. I got that man walking on a beach. I got that man coming out of water. I got that man standing next to a tree. I got a family portrait of the Swole Meats. Y'all, listen, do y'all understand? Come on now. Can we not remember that he can grind my bean? I'm like, hey, yo. Shit is AI generated, lady. What are you over here doing? What is wrong with you? He can grind my bean. Hey, yo. I was just like, I was done. So remember, the Sound of Coffee, all one word, -shop.fourthwall.com. Sunday, September 7th. Sunday, September 7th. Making a tin aluminum version of Caesar and Crocs and a patent leather shoe. No, you're not. You're not, sir. Listen. Angry is out here threatening to send me a statue the size of the Crow and Marv of a squirrel wearing patent leather, white patent leather shoes. I've told this man he's not going to do this. He's not. He's like, say no more, fam. And I'm like, dude, I'm saying more. You're not going to do it. But anyway, Sunday, September 7th is the return of my very good friend and the co-owner of Ghost Claw Productions Radio, Mr. Jeff Kennedy. Jeff has been battling some health issues, and it's going to be slow going, but we are just happy to have Jeff Kennedy back on the air. I have called him the best voice in liberal media. I will stand by that, period, point blank. Jeff Kennedy, September 7th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, The Kennedy Effect returns. Angry, just stop. Angry, stop, sir. Just stop. All right, enough. All right, this fixation with putting a squirrel in white patent leather shoes is goofy, man. Come on. Do you understand the detail you would have to do in order for that to make any goddamn sense? We're talking paint, sir. A 3D mold isn't going to do it. Because that shit could look like tennis shoes. It could look like tennis shoes. You would have to paint this squirrel. You would have to paint those patent leather shoes, and it's got to look shiny because white shoes are white shoes. They might not be patent leather. Okay? This squirrel is going to have to do a whole bunch of, it's going to have to do a whole lot of lifting. And you don't need to do this, Angry. You can't do it. I said it. Angry, you cannot do this. But I have promised Angry that if he does, if he manages to make a squirrel about this big and paints it with white, shiny, patent leather shoes, that I, being a man of my word, would put that squirrel somewhere where everybody gets to see him every single morning. But he will not do it. It is a task that is bigger than Angry's powers. We're talking about a big-ass 3D printed squirrel painted with white patent leather shoes. Angry's not. Come on now. I love my friend, but stop, sir. Stop. Stop. It's not going to happen, sir. And he has literally promised that him, Taz, and Chaos would show up at my front door with this goddamn squirrel. And I call bullshit. I call bullshit, sir. I call bullshit, sir. I will hear no more of this huge-ass white patent leather shoe-wearing squirrel. No more, sir. Must stop. Now, Michael Pruitt, do not give this man any ideas. Do not give this man any ideas. It's about printing the mold today. What do we say every day, kids? Me in this show, because I ain't playing with anger. What is it that we say every day, kids? I want y'all to understand something when I say this to you. The United States is not made up of land mass. The United States is not made up of buildings, flags, bald eagles. It is not made up of slogans. It is not made up of paper. I don't care what's on the Constitution. The United States exists because of people. Your voice is as important as the Heritage Foundation. Your voice is as important as Alec. Your voice is as important as Stephen Miller's, as Donald Trump's, as J.D. Vance's. You have this power inside of you. Take that fear, put it down in your stomach, but use it as fuel. Use it as fuel. Make this world better because you deserve it. So what is it that we say every single day? Say it with your heart. Say it with your heart. Where's Tracina? Hydrate, elevate, self-love, self-care. Love you on you. Have a great day on purpose. May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. Tomorrow is Flag on the Play Friday. I'm thinking, and you can put this in the Discord chat. Put this in the Sound of Coffee Flag on the Play Discord chat. Should this be a double overtime week? Should it be a triple overtime week? Or should the game end in the fourth quarter? This one's on you. But remember, a Pruitt present is in the making for one of you lucky listeners and viewers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the designated brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild. And this has been a truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. I love y'all. I love every one of you. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. If don't nobody tell you you are worth something today, I'm telling you, you are worth something. You are worth love, admiration. You are worth it all. You are a coffee bean. Make sure you remember that. It's a special club. Everybody ain't going to get in it. Everybody ain't going to understand it, but we do. With love in my heart, I say this. With peace on my mind, I give this. Lord, if you get any more fine, he going to be out here looking like silk. Oh, girl, they fine as hell, girl. I swear, oh, God, girl. That man got me pregnant walking past my ass. And just a little bit of hair grease. I will see you all tomorrow. I love y'all. Have a great and productive day. Peace.